He's Melbourne. It falls for Kyron Galloway.
Yeah, he is in that open court.
Cleveland with the fadeaway, lifted short, but Soto is there to put a lid on it.
Love the energy from Kai Soto. That's what he's got to do. It's on his
Live from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, round 12 of the Hungry Jacks NBL continues with the 36ers rolling out the welcome mat and Santa for the in-form South East Melbourne Phoenix. Last Saturday they had their biggest win and highest score of the season with a 31-point victory over Brisbane, and they backed it up 48 hours later with a win against Tasmania.
Compliments of the season to Pete Hooley and Corey Williams. It's Christmas Eve. This game needs no setting up. We're here to have some fun, but to set it up a little. Look at the ladder positions. Bruton, he hopes. I wonder whether Adelaide's climb might continue.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm excited for this one. And if you're not excited, listening to John Casey rhyme lit and shit will get you up and about. this has, we'll see what we can expect from him. Loves playing in Adelaide too.
Of course, some of his biggest games are against his former team, the 36ers, and you know he's going to be up for a big one. And as we can see, the champions starting five. Tony's Cleveland, money-making Mitch McCarron, Sunday Dutch, Robert Franks, and Kai Soto.
And I like Kai Soto staying in the starting lineup. Just provides a little spark off the bench. Now you have Ian Clark and Daniel Johnson. Down clock for Pinot. He likes to fill it up.
Christmas Eve, what an exciting night. It's great to have basketball a part of it as the 12 games of Christmas rolls on in the NBL, and it's the home team with first possession. Both of these clubs having won their last two games. And Antonius Cleveland is looking the goods as he approaches the back end of the season. The rebound taken by Robert Franks.
Look, this is a key matchup. Robert Franks.
Blown.
These two teams top two in the league when it comes to O boards, and we see one already going to Adelaide. As Trey Kill goes to Junior Madut. Can he open the scoring? The room is easy to find, the net not so much. Both sides empty with their first possession.
Well, and Robert Franks would be looking at this matchup. He'll take this personally.
100%.
Here's Kyle Adnam to Creek. What a run he's on, Mitch Creek. And he's off and running against 26 minutes on court. And now possession taken by Adelaide. It's Cleveland looking for Franks, and Cleveland says you're not here in time.
Thought about throwing the lob, looked back. Saw a Sunday Dutch and just tried to finish and did that, and that's what Dame Pinot does really well. Bucket one-on-one, but he'll put himself in that right position. He'll be really solid on the ball screen, and we expect him to fight for offensive rebounds as well.
Soto for Cleveland, back to Mitch McCarron, so consistent for them all season. Mitch McCarron, be it rebounding, assisting, scoring at times now. Had a season-high game of 30 points against Tasmania early this season. Now in his fourth at the Phoenix after also a one-year stint at Sydney. Kyle Adnam, he's been around, but he's found home at the Phoenix. He was feeling hot. Just goes a little cool as that one rims away for Cleveland to take the rebound.
On the ball for the Phoenix.
Soto. Always creating so much attention in the Philippines, and down low, Robert Franks.
Wide open layup for Franks.
And now Adnam draws the foul.
Doing a really good job putting his head to the basket. Adelaide are having trouble. I mean, obviously, they give up 90-plus points per game.
Mid-season, they have since lost Joe Chi, Ryan Brockhoff, Gary Brown, and Alan Williams, just leading import core.
Those are some huge outs. It's pretty much their rotation.
Well, it is. And again, this could be a bit of a silver lining, though, for the South East Melbourne Phoenix, because up until the last game, there was a lot of question marks around their bench production. We heard Simon Mitchell in the press conference, and their bench, now they have no choice but to play these guys. You get the confidence in them to continue to produce. By the time the season rolls around, it's business end of the year. Ryan Brockhoff comes back, Gary Brown, Alan Williams.
Quarter on Christmas Eve at Adelaide Entertainment Centre. South East Melbourne having won 7 of their last 9 games. Adelaide their last 2, and again from outside.
Went through a bit of a shooting slump a few weeks ago, and last few games he started to find his stroke.
Adnam blows past McCarron.
Has to be a hard closeout, but put the ball on the deck again. Adelaide not doing a good job keeping the Phoenix out of the paint.
See?
That's right.
It's the festive season. It's the season to be giving, and they're giving each other a bit of...
We're fine with it from over here.
Here's McCarran. The spin fade away, and he drops the shot. Nice move, Mitch McCarran. Pickup game because of New Zealand's COVID drama against Brisbane.
3 days' notice.
Won that one. And they're trying to take down Adelaide. It's the Phoenix by 1, undermanned, but fighting hard after a performance against Brisbane. Their coach labelled tremendously gutsy. After that double overtime. Final minute of the opening quarter. Southeast Melbourne by 5 as Daniel Johnson puts it on the floor, gets to the board, and cut 10th game, averaging 14 minutes per game, no less. Junior Madut, Sunday bench. Shot away in time, but off the mark.
If Mitch McCarran gets in foul trouble or gets hurt, who do we have to bring the ball up? Or if teams take the ball out of Mitch McCarran's hands? And then, I'm not sure, they probably listened to Liam Santamaria, who said that Ian Clark type and said, we'll go one better. We'll go get the man himself.
Adnam for Tarangi in the corner, way off the mark, and put... In Cleveland, you can't fall asleep on him. Kicks it out for Robert Franks, who bumps away from Tarangi. Can't finish. It's off Southeast Melbourne, so Adnam was desperate. Kai Soto draws the foul. He'll go to the line, the Filipino.
Often taught Kyle Adnam, you love the hustle, but you can't throw it back underneath your own.
Oh, I need a whole new order.
No, look here.
On Kyle Adnam. Thank you.
Looking at
Here they go.
Oh.
So 40-35, Southeast Melbourne. Defying what many thought might happen tonight, given their injuries and unavailabilities, given the form of Adelaide in recent weeks. But they're 12 wins so far, Southeast Melbourne, most in the league.
Oh, they're back. That was quick.
So they were party pies, were they?
guys. Oh, there's probably nothing worse.
You got party pies for Christmas lunch tomorrow, Pete, before you head up to the Kudos Bank Arena for Sydney, Melbourne.
Oh, you know what? I might have to do just a little stop at Hungry Jack's. I might have to do my little Christmas.
So Adelaide back within 4. McCarran guarded by Adnam. He splits Adnam and Tarangi. Adnam left alone to shoot.
Got my hand up. If he shoots over me, so what? You have to run him off the three-point line.
He's got 16 at 5 of 7, including 3 from 4 outside Corey.
Just, again, slips into that starting point guard role. We know what he can do. Hating, talking. I got the ball. You go get Kyle.
Owen Foxwell spots an opening and a DK. It's already sitting there.
He's missing key guys, and you need someone to put points on the board. That's what he can do. That's an easy foul call. Kai Soto just a bit too aggressive on the show. And that's going to be their 15th foul. And, well, in the end, you probably say can't. Because he gets to go to the free throw line after all that. Owen Foxwell, he'll be in the running.
Southeast Melbourne, their best defensive performance was keep head towards the new year at 4-5 on the road with such a strong home record, 9-2. Simon Mitchell will be very satisfied if they can go on with the job.
He's pumped.
Got the mismatch right there. This McCarran's showing passion. What?
On the floor, now it's Owen Foxwell. Creek, guarded by Galloway. Still there for Southeast Melbourne. It falls for Kyron Galloway.
Yeah, he is in that open court.
Cleveland with the fadeaway, lifted short, but Soto is there to put a lid on it.
Love the energy. Kai Soto. That's what he's got to do. Tony's
In front of the game, but trying to take some oxygen out of Adelaide right now in the shadows of half-time. Melbourne's road success, well, Adelaide in a run of home games, 6 of 7 at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. And
Adelaide, I'll tell you what, Adelaide's not, it's not Melbourne, it's not Sydney. There's probably no excuses. Mitch Creek.
a sack for Corey.
I'll tell you what I am. We spoke about it pre-game. The snoo, the bassinet.
Beautiful.
With the baby coming.
Beautiful.
Cannot speak any more highly of those. If you want a half-decent night's sleep, Kai Soto. minutes.
Am I right in thinking that Chris Golding played Santa for you to get that apparatus?
He did. Much appreciated from no.
Creek just wants that shooting hand back working as it has so brilliantly this season.
I put it inside a shoebox to pretend that it's something that it's not. Okay. So she's either taking a page out of my book or she's maybe followed your lead and all those steps. I'll find out.
Antonio's Cleveland.
Oh, mine.
Oh, they're finding well and truly by the time the ball went near the hoop. Owen Foxwell.
Stay away from the hook shot, Cleveland.
Higher movement. Everyone's standing still for the Adelaide 36ers after they get to here.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. So that's exactly why Hiram Harris did well to move out of the way and take the digging help away, but then everyone just stood still.
I think move with a purpose. I like when do a hard cut.
Ditch brings them into the front court. Soto, Cleveland, Galloway and McCarran out there for the 36ers. And Creek, fake. Trey Kell off the mark and the rebound is collected by Rob. McCarran drives and gets the right sort of roll for his crowd on Christmas Eve. It's Adelaide with their noses in front. It's with the Coles this evening. And his team, as he watches on from home, no doubt showing some fight in the second quarter, having led by double figures at one stage early. And they're fighting hard here and winning.
Antonia's Cleveland. And if you're the Phoenix, you've just got a gang rebound. Once that shot goes up from Antonia's Cleveland, everybody's got to hit the board.
He's in Robert Franks. And he's played all 17 for Adelaide. Adnam. Can they find some energy to start this second half? Madut working baseline for Pino.
Better defensive possession by Adelaide.
So
two-way threat.
He has been playing some really good basketball, and a guy who's been quiet in the first half, the last thing you want to do is give a shooter a wide open look.
That's good. Season high. Or his NBL high.
You don't mind guards crashing the boards. And again, Alan Williams hurt his ankle in that game, but did really well to tough it out. Normally, if you're a big guy who's a great rebounder like Alan Williams is, you flat when the guards come in and steal those.
Been tough for Mitch Creek so far. Robert Franks, well, he had plenty of...
Franks getting to the basket. Adelaide doing a better job so far in this third quarter.
That's better from Mitch Creek.
Easy buckets.
You'd have to be brave to wear a Grinch outfit on Christmas Eve, surely. And Pinot. Adnam, fed by Madut. Shot from a long way outside, unsuccessfully, and Pinot. Adnam draws a whistle.
You hit him in the head.
Foul called on Antonio.
Explanation right there, you hit him in the head. Easy call.
Yeah, I had a chat.
Adnam whips it across court for Kell, who drives the lane and goes high over the hole. It's collected by Pino. He can't score. And Kai Soto.
And now he hits a contested one in the corner.
George Earl Trey Kell III. It's some name. And he's putting it up in lights here in the third quarter. They can level it up right here. Junior Madut sets his feet. Can't finish. And they stay three adrift. The crowd realising how important a stage of the game this is. Soto kicks it on for Detch. Now Soto works his way to his range and delivers.
Great decision from Kai Soto, because that offense went nowhere. Everything was around the three-point line and didn't settle. Realised he had some time left on the shot clock, put the ball on the floor. Got all the way down to the hoop. Boy, 7 points, 8 boards.
Now it's Cleveland cutting to the rim off. Mitch McCarran with the and one to come.
Johnson misses free throws, which he normally is money.
Daniel Johnson leading all scorers with 20. Mitch McCarran off the mark, but Franks gets the ball. Not missed by Simon Mitchell, surely. As Ruben Tarangi finds Trey Kell. Now Owen Foxwell, tough shot. Can't get it to go. And here's Antonia's Cleveland.
And he's going to the line for 2. Smart move.
Very smart.
Scores. Adelaide teammates want to get him. He don't want to run the offense because he can't remember it.
Addition.
Good one-on-one defense. Oh my goodness, and here he is, taking off.
Cleveland. The 12 games of Christmas. This is day 11 of 14 straight days of live NBL action.
Oh, another phenomenal one-on-one defensive possession.
Winning it at the defensive end at the moment, Adelaide.
Got to lob it up.
Ditch. Robert Franks called by Soto.
Well, I missed him. It was on Foxhall, Kai Soto underneath the hoop. That ball's just got to go up anywhere near the top of the square.
Nice ball movement, but Mitch McCarron shuts it down, and Kai Soto goes down.
Mitch McCarron comes out of nowhere. What looked like 2-point. Do not dribble the ball around.
Yeah, don't over-dribble it, that's
Cleveland. That's for sure.
Rebounder for Adelaide 5 times this season, leading their assists 8 times this season. Leading scorer at times as well. Now, Torrey Smith-Milner, his shot short. Soto the rebound, and here come the 36ers again.
The smell of 36 is understanding.
Oh, wow.
Look at this up.
His handles. You know, he normally thinks of his offense last after looking at everybody else to get a second time.
Post game.
Broke it again.
1.
Remember, Creek finds Trey Kell baseline. And he turns it over. And now Torrey Smith-Milner commits the foul.
Just another really good defensive possession. They have stepped up in this 4th quarter. Throughout a game, throughout a game like this as Adelaide, you would know your opponent played 4 games in the last 10 days. You can sense.
Adelaide, 10 points. Adelaide, no Anthony Drimmick tonight because of illness. They haven't played their new import, Ian Clark. They're out by 10. And the foul there from Kai Soto. But his fatigue's starting to catch up with the Phoenix. No Gary Brown, Alan Williams, Joe Chi has left, Ryan Brockhoff missing. At
Creek, he's played just under 29 minutes tonight. Played 47.5 minutes in that double overtime game. Played 3 days.
When you are severely undermanned, but you're on fire because everybody else is just going to focus on you, the defense.
And
that should be 2 points. So it's basically a rebounding contest. Kai Soto tips it in. Have another look here. Tries to get it off the rim, but...
So they'll just review to make sure that Kai Soto did touch the ball.
Absolutely.
2 points.
There you go. Yeah, just ready to go. Goes to the court captain, those 2 points.
There you go. Mitch McCarron and Sunday Detch.
20 points from DJ. Robert Franks has 20. The 2 big men, and Kai Soto's got 10 boards. That's where they were going to have the advantage tonight.
Adnam 16 points to half-time. He's sitting on 18. $86-73, Adelaide. Tomorrow night, the Sydney Kings against Melbourne United. A slice of Australian sporting history. Professional sport on Christmas Day, 6:30.
Food coma, you've had your little nap.
Man.
Up you get.
Decent Christmas Day crowd as well of about 8,500, 9,000. That was the jolly red fella as Kai Soto goes to Mitch McCarron. Stripped of the ball by Adnam.
Bucketing. Bird.
Ball goes down low to Creek, who draws the foul. I think it's on Robert Franks.
Now, you're trying to build towards the next season.
Who strives for excellence, as is testified by his glorious playing career. McCarron back for Franks, who wants a better look, and it's offensive foul. Franks. Couple of NBL 1 MVPs head-to-head tomorrow in Quatnoy and Shea Illy.
Oh, here we go.
Here's Trey Kell, just catches the front of the rim, and Adelaide through McCarron. Just under 90 seconds to play. Camped in the corner and unable to here for Phoenix. Creek, the runner goes.
To Wolf.
Not forcing anything from the 3, and it's Mitch Creek's game. shoot with either hand really well when it gets that deep.
Beautiful floater over Kai Soto. Outstretched hand. That's not an easy play to make.
Well, we say that, but it is the NBL. Say crazy things have happened.
Mitch McCarron.
That is one angry man.
He's angry today.
A broken nose that requires 5 or 6 stitches will do that to you on Christmas Eve, Pete. We crave that sort of accessibility. And now Foxwell.
Wow.
The tray from the corner. Nice.
Short contest. You don't want to get a 4-point play.
They believe the win's in the bank, and maybe it's only seconds away from coming. Adnam tried to draw that foul. The 3-point shot was off the mark, but Adelaide are on the mark. Antonius Cleveland with the last possession, and Adelaide milked their home floor.
Night out, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. In the end, Adelaide, just too much firepower, which is what we probably expected with how many key outs the Phoenix had. Robert Franks was terrific. Cleveland.
Tasmania, and now they've accounted for Southeast Melbourne, a team they've lost to on both previous occasions, but they come back from 10 points down tonight to take it by 6, to put real pressure on that play-in bracket of 4 teams.
They got Brisbane next, and Brisbane have been disappointing their last few.
Anthony Drimmick tonight. Ian Clark didn't see any court time. The third import, there he is. Just getting his Australian legs right before he takes to the court. But let's find John Casey standing by with